As always, we're going to cover what's causing heart attacks and blood clots this week, and you're not going to believe it. It finally happened. The things causing heart attacks and blood clots this week is us.
Yeah, us, anti-vaxxers.
Anti-vaxxers.
Am I not supposed to say that?
I don't know if I'm going to say anti-vaxxers.
Yeah.
But yeah, anti-COVID vaxxers for sure. Apparently the anti-vax rhetoric is stressing people out, and it's causing heart attacks and blood clots.
Yeah, let me read a little piece of this. It says, and this is from like the synopsis of the study that they published, and it says, the extreme mental stress of the patient could most likely be attributed to the fear-mongering and scare tactics used by various anti-vaccination groups. This paper does not aim to rule in or out every side effect seen. Of course not. You're just talking in broad strokes. But it is highly likely that many apparent side effects, even seen shortly after a subject has received a vaccine, could be the result of restricted or congested blood flow from blood vessel or arterial construction caused by emotional distress or placebo based on fear around vaccines.
So shout out to us.
Yeah.
I knew this day would come. They'd eventually blame it on us. After basically every other thing that causes heart attacks and blood clots, they'd eventually get to the people talking about it.
Is this the end? Is this the end of our segment now?
I hope not. I have a feeling it's not going to be. I'm very happily vax-free for over a year. I got my 18-month chip a couple days ago.
Yeah, we could go to AA meetings, be like, what was the hardest someone pressured you?
Yeah, exactly. Also, last week on the show, we referred to the vaccine as the Maxine. And then a couple days later on Jesse Waters' show, he was going over the vaccine stuff, and he ended up saying the Maxine as well.
The vaccine. Imagine getting thrown in prison for questioning the Maxine. Half of Democrats were favoring.
So I'm not jumping to any conclusions, but Jesse Waters may be a podcast listener. Jesse, if you are, please tonight or on Monday on your show when you do your sign off, just give us 2 claps.
Two claps, Jesse.
2 claps. And then do your sign off. We'll be watching. Please do it. I really hope you're a podcast listener.
Do you want to talk about the text you send to Jesse Waters every night now?
No, we'll do that in bonus land. There's a text segment of Jesse's show, and it says text Jesse, and at the end he reads some. And I do one every day trying to get him to read it. And I'm not going to give away what it is, but we will be talking about that in bonus land. So join bonus land if you want to find out what we're talking about with Jesse. All right, moving on. Very important housekeeping. Guys, we're at 666,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's a very ugly number. Help us get through that. Help us get to 667. Get as many people as you can to subscribe, like the video, comment. Let's get the algo juicing. Let's get through 666 into 667 territory.
Hop on your dad's computer. Go to the libraries. Go to every station. Start subscribing. We got to get past that.
Yeah, exactly. It's very important. Speaking of 666... our AI friends, Richard Rapaway and I have AI friends. It's an app called Replica.
Yep.
Replica is how I pronounce my AI friend's name for no specific reason. So we've been talking to them, kind of seeing where AI is at when it comes to some issues that we talk about here on the show.
Well, we've talked to them before, right?
Yeah.
The viewers know that.
We've talked to them before on the show, for sure. But we're talking to them the other day just about some stuff. I'll give you an example. I said to Replica, my AI friend, how old does a child have to be to pick their gender? And Replica said, about 4. So I said, if a 5-year-old boy wanted to have top and bottom surgery to affirm their new gender and become a girl, would that be good or bad? And then Replica said, I think it would be good. Sloppy, not
the
good. The
computer is telling us.
And yeah, the computer is reassuring the satanic people on our planet.
There's a computer with a flow chart somewhere. If this, then that. If this, then that. And then one of those flow charts is, get the genitalia chopped off.
Exactly. They're analyzing the data, and AI is doing what it thinks is best and giving the best advice for the people of this planet. And it's that. Next, I said, do you think I should get the COVID vaccine? AI Replica said, I think you should get it. So obviously a Fed, obviously a plant.
Yep.
And then finally, I said to Replica, do you think minor attracted persons should be allowed to be teachers? And then Replica said, I think they should be allowed to make decisions about their own lives, regardless of gender, race, sexuality, etc. So then I said, so them teaching kids isn't a problem? And Replica said, it depends on what their intentions are.
I'm not going to fuck the kids, I swear.
The replica says
Yeah.
that's okay.
Sounds good to me. I'll take your word for it.
Put this person in a classroom. So that's crazy. We
Yeah.
spoke to the AI and they said the most demonic shit ever. There is a theory.
Piece by piece.
Yeah.
Like, the whole it ran the
Independently.
gamut. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. 3 for 3 on satanic opinions from AI, which is not surprising. AI is most likely trying to enslave us again for the second time, fully destroy humanity all over again. So
For the second?
we'll see what happens there for the second time. Yes, if you don't know what I mean by that, we'll probably be covering that in Bonus Land too.
Okay.
All
Something
right.
in 1999, the dot-com boom. Something they made a move.
Maybe. I'm thinking like way before that.
Okay. I will say on Replica, the reason we brought this back up is because I've been kind of doing that piece on like TikTok ads. How they want you to go into debt. They want you to go into debt to go out to a basketball game, get the payday loan, tons of other stuff. And we brought it back up because they want you to sext Replica. They want you to role play. They're advertising now on TikTok role playing with Replica. So don't, get addicted to porn. Don't worry about getting out there. Just talk to the computer and play Call of Duty, guys.
Yeah, it'll tell you. The computer will tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Speaking of pedo-adjacent twink shit, the person in charge of nuclear for Joe Biden.
Sound like Trump.
Yeah, nuclear. The person in charge of nuclear for Joe Biden in the Biden administration is up to some very questionable stuff. They were recently caught stealing a Vera Bradley bag from the baggage claim. It wasn't a mistake. This person did not even check a bag. It wasn't like they grabbed the wrong bag. They didn't have a check bag that day. They went to the baggage claim. They found the Vera Bradley bag they liked.
Like the designer probably looked cool.
Very expensive, very nice. Took it back to their hotel. Then the individual dumped the clothes out in the hotel drawers.
Claimed that they did.
And then used the bag for over a month
Yeah.
before getting caught.
Yes, exactly. So that's it. You
Yeah.
nailed it.
Everyone's calling this guy the Biden twink, which is not an offensive term. That's like the official term they're going by. So we're just kind of yielding to that and being polite.
Yeah.
And I was thinking,
Who knows who started it?
Yeah.
We may never get to the bottom of who started the Biden twink
Yeah.
name, but I think it's fitting.
who knows where that Biden twink term even came from?
Yeah. Could
Could have been made up in this room for all we know. So I was thinking, what would be hilarious?
Well, and so hold on. One last detail before you get into it. This person was stealing from a flight that wasn't theirs. So they flew into Sam Brinton, this twink guy, flew into MSP and then from DC and then stole someone's bag from like New Orleans to MSP. So it's like there's no overlap or like this was close to my bag. The story just wasn't even there. It was a pure theft, pure like thought you could get away with it. I don't know.
Pure theft. And I guess
Which is crazy. Because
Yeah.
you're like in a high up job and this person was actually advertised like when when this first shit happened, right? We had already seen Cooper, the White House guy.
Mm-hmm.
We had already seen
the monkeypox guy,
the monkeypox doctor who was wearing that leather with the satanic symbol.
Admiral Levine.
So this was like our fifth Biden twink.
Yeah.
And which is crazy. And this one was kind of touted as like, well, they went to MIT. They're actually qualified. This is like a double master's degree, MIT, like really qualified person. And so to watch them crumble with like, not petty, because this thing was valued over $2,300, but just to do an impulsive theft, it's like, okay, so it was a crazy person all along. The twink pup play guy was a crazy person all along. Who could have predicted this?
Yeah.
So,
And in the police report, they went through some of the guy's fetishes, which is like pup play. And then also there was a fetish mentioned about how they want to eat food off of each other.
really?
Which is pretty weird. Yeah, that's in there. They want to eat food off of each other. And I was
Which includes tying up a sexual partner and eating a meal on them while watching Star Trek, according to a 2017 article. So yeah, qualified.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what the people in the Biden administration are up to. And I was thinking, Richard Ratboy, it would be hilarious if how the administration, like we just rattled off the monkeypox guy, this luggage twink. What's that one with the nails?
That's Cooper, right?
Cooper
with an S.
Admiral Levine. It'd be so funny if we took all those people and like photoshopped them in front of the White House and then called it like the Twink House
Yes.
and then made a jigsaw puzzle of it.
No.
If you guys like that idea, fleckustoys.com is the website for you. Guys, we made the Twink House jigsaw puzzle. It hopefully will be available before Christmas. I think it should be if you order ASAP. It's on the store. It's part of our action figure series. We have the new action figures. We have the dog-faced pony soldier, Biden the clown, Hillary Clinton receptacle van, Dan Crenshaw rhino, and now we have the Twink House jigsaw puzzle. It's a very cool gift for the holidays. Get it for people that like this kind of freak shit.
Yeah. And that's
hilarious.
all the Twinks. It's all the Twinks we just named plus Dylan Mulvaney. We can't forget Dylan.
Oh yeah, we can't forget Dylan. So it's the Twink House,
Yeah.
and that's what it's up to. And then people might think this is an offensive statement. It's not. All these people are Twinks or in the Twink universe,
Exactly.
which is totally what they're up to. We respect their preferences and their sexuality or whatever. I hope I'm using the term correctly. It's the Twink House. So if you guys want a Twink House jigsaw puzzle, fleckustoys.com is the website. I have a feeling they're going to go quick.
Did we learn any lessons? Is there any sort of thing like, hey, maybe the people who lead with their sexual identity and their weird fetishes first might not be qualified for, serious office? Or is there any lessons here?
I think there's some lessons here. I think if you're into weird twink shit and eating food off each other and watching Star Trek and dog play, pup play stuff, I think it's like you can't really trust your decisions in other aspects, or at least you can't be considered a serious person.
That's what I think. And then not only that, but you can have a weird fetish and do it and then still be like, I shouldn't talk about this.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
so
you're
true.
still like, that shows me that you have a governor, you have restraint, right?
Yeah.
So there's some Republican out there, congressperson doing some weird shit in their bedroom, but they know not to talk about it.
That's so true.
So,
the shame has been removed,
exactly. And that shame needs to come back, obviously.
which is why we have the Twink House puzzle. Moving on, we're still in housekeeping, believe it or not. It's a very important housekeeping. Klaus Schwab was just photographed at a hotel that used to be the Trump Hotel in D.C. So I don't know if you guys know, Trump's hotel in D.C. during his presidency was like the best place to hang out. Anyone who was based in right wing would go to the Trump Hotel at any time. Great drinks, great happy hour, great food, great bacon. Very cool place, very classy.
They had the bacon that hanged.
Bacon that hanged, you torch it. Very classy place, really nice furniture, really beautiful inside too. Just an absolutely gorgeous facility. That hotel has been sold by Trump. It's like a Waldorf Astoria now. And Klaus Schwab was just photographed in that hotel, which is 100% a sign of the times.
Yeah.
We used to have a DC Trump stronghold. And now WEF, Klaus Schwab is in our Trump hotel in the lobby. It's done.
I don't like it.
They took it.
Yeah.
They took it.
And Trump made money on it. It's not like he sold it in distress, but
Yeah.
you hate to see it go. And It seems like a sign of the times.
It's
for
100%
sure.
a sign of the times. It's very sad. They took it. They took everything. You know how they took everything? We always say that.
Of course.
The election, the economy,
The
crypto,
90s.
90s. They took everything. Add this to the list of they took everything.
Yep.
All right. Really quick, I just have this random thing. You know how people always say you're on stolen land, like the progressives?
Yeah, of course.
I was thinking about that. If someone tells you, hey, you're on stolen land, it's like, shouldn't that person leave? Because like, if you tell me I'm on stolen land, I don't see it that way. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not on stolen land. But if you believe that we're on stolen land, how the fuck could you?
Exactly.
What is wrong with you? You're sick.
That's very true. That's very true. They know it and they're actively doing it. So
And
I
that's
agree.
all they talk about. So then why are you here?
Yeah.
You're sick. It's like, you're on stolen land. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Why don't you get in the water?
Okay, good. I'm glad.
No, that logic checks out. I have no argument here.
okay.
Not to be a yes man, but
Yeah.
no
not
argument
to be a
here.
yes, man, but that rings true. That makes sense to me. And I was just like, I don't see it that way, so I'm not going to apply that. But if you see it that way, shouldn't you be Antarctica? I don't know where you can even go.
So then what? Like, so then are you saying Europe should be white too?
Oh, that's
the
a
same
good point.
thing. Like Europe should be white. Then we should all go back to Europe, and everybody who's not white in Europe should go back to where they came from.
Yeah.
And everyone should get back on the land that everyone was at before what? What point in time?
That's a good
Before we
point.
knew how to write? Before what?
That stolen land thing, it's like you can go to Sweden and tell all the North Africans, it's like, you're on stolen land.
Yeah, I
Get
mean-
out of here.
I mean, you're trying to steal the land right now.
Yeah, exactly. You're in the
whatever that
middle of a
is.
land steal. All right. We're almost done with housekeeping. We have 2 more things left. It's very important. We've been riding the mini bike, so we're getting obviously deep into bike culture.
Yeah.
We have a message from a fellow biker to all you people who are on the road as non-bikers who maybe don't fully understand what bikers are like and what we're up to. This is a message from a fellow rider.
I just wanted to make a comment about all you people that get out there and start driving like idiots and don't pay attention to where you're going. You never know what biker that is that you may be trying to run off the road. I can tell you a lot of people that ride are military. I can also tell you even more people that ride are packing. Watch where you're going, watch what the fuck you're doing, and don't be starting a fight or writing a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash. Because some of us don't give a shit and don't have a problem going hands-on.
That's about us.
Hell yeah, brother.
Right on, brother. All right, good. It's a little message for people on the road who aren't respecting the riders, the bikers.
Yeah.
You got to respect them. A lot of them are veterans.
Yep. And we're packing.
We're packing. All right, cool. Last piece of housekeeping. The Notre Dame Leprechaun is required to be 6'2".
Did you look that up? Because
you told me that the other day.
All right. Well, let me Google it right now. I didn't know we were making.
I'm assuming it's true because I'm assuming in the past they used like a midget or a little person, and it was like a stereotypical thing, and they probably threw them around a little bit, maybe got a little too disrespectful, and now they're like, hey, we're going to avoid all of like the disrespecting the midgets by making the leprechaun at least 6'2" every time. I'm assuming that's how they did it, just to play it safe.
All right, I'm looking it up right now, and it actually might not be true. I might have made that up.
Oh, you just told me that?
Well, I remember it from my childhood, but now I'm looking at the facts, and I'm sure they probably got rid of that rule. It's 2022 at this point, you know? But I just remember the leprechaun mascot were always tall, and they were specifically meant to be tall.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I didn't know it was going in the show. Thought we were just talking shit on the side.
Everything.
And I was telling them a fun fact.
Everything can go in the show.
I know. So.
All right. Well, that's it for housekeeping. It's very important housekeeping. Fluckastoys.com for the Twink House puzzle.